Hi. So, how difficult or how easy is it to pack up for a road trip of 8 days in Himachal Pradesh, where the roads are going to be in a pretty bad shape due to, the winter and all the snow which would have melted. And I'm going to have to also carry a lot of woolens because it is still snow covered in some places and it's going to be very, very cold. So I'll just quickly take you through the stuff that I have decided to carry on my person and also how I'm going to carry it. So here goes. First, of course, the first focus is on clothes. So these are quickly the clothes that I'm carrying. These are, a bunch of warm vests and warm pants, which are going to keep me warm even at in sub-zero temperatures. This is a shawl which you may have noticed in a lot of my pictures. This was a wedding gift from my mom. It's 25 years old and it still works really well. These are two mufflers which are very needed to cover your neck area, and these are just a couple of t-shirts that I have thrown in with some pants to wear on top of the warm pants. This pouch here has my warm socks, has my gloves, has a cap, even has a knee guard, and I'm also carrying a bunch of latex gloves. As you know, what is now known as the Wuhan virus, aka the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, has spread like wildfire over the world, and I might come into contact with some contaminated areas. So I'm taking all precautions as far as possible to not, to keep myself safe and to not come back with the virus. So these latex gloves would be useful, especially when I'm traveling. I'm taking a flight later tonight and then going by train to Chandigarh, from where I take my rental car all the way into Himachal. And this is like a toiletry kit that I carry with me on all my trips, whether it's road or by train or by air. It has a toilet seat sanitizer, and it has some wet wipes, it has paper soap, and also a hand sanitizer and some toilet seat covers as well. Very, very essential and important when you're traveling in India, because toilets on the move are really bad, and especially for women. This bag is basically contains a lot of other stuff like toilet papers and stuff. And this is the interesting part. This bag has all the warmers that I'm carrying. So these warmers get activated the moment they come into contact with the air, and these are self-heating. This is a body warmer. Similarly, I have warmers for my hands and toes, these, which come in a pair basically. And also have a couple of toe warmers. So these would essentially, once you peel them off, you can peel off the back and you can stick them to your socks. And these are foot warmers. So these are really great, especially if you're sleeping in a sub-zero space and the heater is not good enough, or the room heaters are not working, or as is very common in Himachal, the electricity goes off. So you would need a bunch of these, and I'm carrying a whole lot of these. Other than this, I'm also carrying an umbrella. I'm carrying a bottle which I will reuse and drink my own water. I have been advocating the use of, or rather the disuse of bottled water for many years. So I try not to drink it on the road, and every morning I would be filling this up with the required filtered water that I would need, and keep refilling it as I go along. Also, this is a great flask, so good for hot water as well. This is like just an extra bag that I'm throwing in case I go shopping somewhere and I want to come back with some goodies. This is a pair of house slippers, and what else am I carrying, which is very essential this time. So, and this is a medicine kit which has some basic medicines for headache and motion sickness and all of that. This, I'm carrying a bunch of adult diapers this time because of like I said, the problem of toilets on the road. And sometimes, especially for women, it's also not safe to get off, and when you're solo traveling. So this is the first time I'm going to try this, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on how it works for me. But not looking forward to it, but it's something that I'm just going to have to do. This is a neck pillow for my flight and my train trip. And this pouch has got some really, again, some essential things like 2 sets of a wooden fork and knife, 1 plastic knife which I can use to cut fruits if I wish. This is a headlamp, which is, great for the night, and this is a pair of scissors. So this again goes into my bag. And to protect myself against contamination, I'm carrying a whole bottle of sterilium, which is a hand sanitizer, and also an additional P-Safe, which is a toilet seat sanitizer. Other than this, of course, I think the second most essential part is going to be my camera gear, which goes into my backpack. Actually, I would be taking my camera out of here and keeping it there. I'm also carrying a GoPro and some GoPro accessories, as well as this stand to put in the car so I can shoot some videos from my mobile while driving. And last but not the least, most essential, I'm carrying a compressor. This is a compressor which gets connected to the car, and it fills up air into the tires just enough so that I can go to the nearest puncture shop or something in case I have an issue. Also carrying a tow rope just in case I need it. So this essentially is my stuff, and all of this here that you see is going to go into this bag here, this backpack here, and this is my carry-on bag for the aircraft and for my flight today. Also carrying some things for to give away, a calendar and some keychains and stuff which I'm carrying. My